Plant, host of the Chris Plant Radio Show, and Leslie Marshall, a syndicated radio talk show host and Fox News contributor. So, Chris, is Harry Reid right? Immigration is alive and well?
You know, I don't think Eric Cantor being there or not being there makes any difference one way or the other. He's going to be there through the end of this session anyway. I think that immigration has been seized on by advocates of various forms of immigration reform, and that means different things to different people, of course. But this is an opportunity for the Democrats to advance their already existing agenda on the back of Eric Cantor losing in his primary. And honestly, I don't think there's any causal relationship there at all.
Leslie, what do you think? Because now, I mean, sort of the word on the street is that Republicans don't want to touch this issue at all after seeing what happened to Eric Cantor.
I think historically, when we look at elections, whether it's a Democrat or Republican, when you have an upset in an election, even in just one district, everybody has a knee-jerk and they throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I think that this baby is immigration reform for Republicans. Although I'm not sure that this election was a referendum on immigration reform as much as it was on Eric Cantor. And I think Chris and I agree on that. Yeah. And Republicans can't avoid the changing face, literally, of the demographic of the voter population, or that's going to kill them in the 2016
Chris, why don't you
election. They can't ignore it forever.
Chris, expound upon that then. If it's just the pundits with a knee-jerk reaction about immigration, what was it really then?
Well, I can tell you on my show this morning, and I broadcast very close to and into Eric Cantor's district, and I spoke to a lot of voters from the 7th District in Virginia today. Nobody talked about immigration specifically. What they talked about was Eric Cantor becoming an animal of the Beltway, becoming Mr. Inside Washington. He was more concerned about his own career and becoming speaker and fundraising and eating in steakhouses. That's what it was about, according to the people that I spoke to that voted against him yesterday. It was about Eric Cantor, not about one specific issue. There are certainly issues, but he hasn't stood up for controlling the budget, controlling expanding government, for immigration is one of the things, but there are a whole range of things. This voting rights act that the
so then is it a bad moment for moderates? Then is that a better way that we should be describing this, Leslie?
No, I don't think so. I mean, that district has always been pretty red, quite frankly. I don't think it's that at all. I agree with Chris on this. This kind of reminds me of Scott Brown in Massachusetts. People were like, who is this guy? He was shaking hands, kissing babies. He was there. I think Eric Cantor phoned it in and expected to win. He didn't work hard, and he cared too much about his career and kissing some butt to become speaker and the butts of donors in states outside Virginia. People have to remember that they have to take care of the constituents.
You both agree that, well, first of all, that is a Fox News alert, if there's ever been. But also, you both agree then that this election was an anomaly of sorts then, Chris?
Well, I think it was somewhat anomalous, but I think it speaks to a broader feeling across the country that the ruling class, the inside Washington ruling class, is in it for themselves. I think that was the statement coming out of the 7th District in Virginia. And it wasn't about one specific issue. It was about being ignored. At least one caller this morning said we've been ignored for long enough. And the ruling class hopefully got a wake-up call.
All right. Chris and Leslie, great to see you. Leslie, I'm coming out to your neck of the woods tomorrow. I'll be in California.
I know. I'm going to miss you tomorrow.
I know. Good to see you today, both of you. Thanks.
Thanks, Gretchen.
So we are getting